Hey gang, didn't see you there. Well, we did, but Bailey and I decided to have a better, meaningful conversation about.
The Legend of Zelda and the third boss named Gordon.
So we're marching into madness, and if you listen to our podcast, we're not that smart. But you know what we decided to do?
Video essays, bud.
Yeah, so we just decided because if we're gonna be uninformed about anything, what better place to do it than, with your favorite boys at marching into madness.
Us.
There it is.
Us.
There it is.
The K-pop.
So as we mentioned before, this guy ruined my whole flow. We're doing essays now on what? You guessed it. K-pop music. If you don't know what K-pop music is, well, fuck you. We're going to tell you right now. K-pop music is Korean pop music from, you guessed it, Korea. Congratulations. You're a cultured person now. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah, and what better way to educate you on this topic of Korean culture than two North American straight dudes who know nothing about musicals?
And together, we grow. We learn and we grow as a family. Together.
That's why we march into madness.
That's why we're fast and furious. We're family.
Family, 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 family.
Okay, so K-pop is everywhere, like everywhere. But it's great though. Having exposure to a new culture is always pretty dope. You see this stuff everywhere, and when it's not in your algorithm, it's gonna still show up because it's fucking huge. Even your favorite artists like Lady Gaga, Selena Gomez, and probably Marshmello are all writing some dope ass songs with one of the biggest K-pop idols out there. So don't expect this music to go away anytime soon.
Yeah, the industry has made insane leaps and bounds over the last decade or so. The industry reinvented itself several times over to become the largest moneymaker for South Korea. This music makes them the most money out of everything. None of your agriculture or technological exports.
I mean, I don't know if that's an accurate statement.
You think?
No.
You think K-pop is the most profitable thing in all of Korea?
It's not the most profitable, but it's definitely profitable. It's like top 2 or top 5.
So the industry reinventing itself to become one of the top 5 moneymakers in South Korea.
K-pop is not what it was that our parents knew. In fact, I don't think our parents knew K-pop even existed.
Yeah, I doubt
Back in that. I doubt if I went up to Daddy Malik and told him, "Hey, Dad, are you BTS Army?" He'd punch me in the mouth and tell me, "What are you, kid?"
I don't take this kind of disrespect in my house.
Yeah. While K-pop is big, it's also a narrow term, just like pop music here. Like Lady Gaga's pop is different than Selena Gomez's pop, right? Because one is not pop and one is Madonna.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah.
So the reason I've observed, or that you've written down, is that K-pop is mostly associated with the idol industry.
So what I've observed.
And oh boy, is it something. K-pop are either grouped into groups with a group of people. So the reason is K-pop is mostly associated with the idol industry, which is how I became familiar with it. And oh boy, is it something. Idols and K-pop are paired into groups or set off on a solo venture. More or less, they are created by agencies to create a multi-talented character roster within these individual K-pop organizations.
So could you imagine if like different artists have different stats?
Yeah, they probably do. I bet you they do.
And they're like buffed.
They give them ratings. I guarantee it.
I mean it's an RPG.
They go dancing, style,
visuals,
face.
Yeah. So like that.
They'll
beauty.
have there's probably 5 to 6, and I guarantee that they have rating systems.
That's like some high school stuff. Yeah.
Guarantee.
That's like some which of your friends has the biggest dong? It wouldn't be me.
I didn't do that.
It wouldn't be me.
I didn't have those kinds of charts, Raza.
I would always lose.
That's good to know.
That's right. You gotta look the part, dress the part, sound the part, and just be the part because you'll always be doing something. Because you're a multifaceted artiste in the Korean pop music industry.
But we'll go down this rabbit hole another time, because that world just won't make sense until we give you way more context on this topic.
The industry has transitioned so many times, with 60s and 70s being the decades of hippie and folk music, with the 80s being the decade for ballad music that would be in your soap operas and also in your romantic movies, Bailey.
Then, by the 90s, the K-pop scene would change to be more like how we see it today. And that can be thanked to Europop and American-style hip-hop, rock, jazz, and all
What's
that good
Europop,
stuff.
Bailey? Do you know what that is?
Europop is a combination of Eurostep and pop music. So that is like Moby. Like Moby. Moby could be Europop.
Moby.
Moby isn't Europop?
Moby's so... I like how you know who Moby is. That's what I'm laughing at.
Doesn't that count?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Moby's weird, man. That's what I'm laughing at.
Fuck, man.
Don't ask me to name one and then judge me when I name one.
You're-
Jesus Christ.
You're really weird, eh?
What?
You're a weird guy.
Why am I a weird
You're
guy?
a weird guy.
Because I know who Moby is?
Yeah.
You're weird. You're a weird guy.
Much like here, what the 90s dominated, the 90s was the era of like boy bands. We had them Backstreet Boys, them In Sync, them 98 Degrees. We had all them good boys out there, right?
Yeah, shout out to Nick Lachey.
Shout out to Nicholas. Shout out to Brian. I forget his last name. Brian something from. He was my favorite Backstreet Boy.
My favorite Backstreet Boy was Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it was. That's such a Bailey thing. Such a Bailey thing. So the same thing happened in Korea as it did here. The boy bands dominated the charts, and it just changed music forever.
55th Street. One of our first new gen bands to come out of this rising era of K-pop was called H.O.T. Who were one of the first boy bands to emerge in K-pop. Because not only could they sing, Raza, they could dance their pants off.
Yeah, these new type bands of K-pop, were the first to actually have media training. So when paparazzis would hustle them or harass them, they knew how to put them down in a very professional way.
By the 2010s,
Yeah.
the industry underwent another change. This time, it went worldwide. Mr. Worldwide.
I need a fan. I don't want a boy. I need a man. Click, clap.
Bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Worldwide as I step in the room.
Thanks to a newer boy
Phil
band
Heights
called TVXQ, who debuted in 2003. They brought the industry to new heights.
I love being Fiddler. This was the reason why the second generation of K-pop was fucking huge, is because of the iPod. People were able to download this music easily, and that's how your boy did it.
Y'all remember Gangnam Style by Psy?
Nice.
He had the first music video with 1 billion views, like first music video ever, which wild. And that kind of caused the whole world to pay attention to what this new thing might be.
This wasn't on accident. Many Korean labels started to inject their music, into the Western markets for a long time, and they failed. But the closest they came was Girls' Generation, which is a banger band, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks to them, a bunch of others, and Gangnam Style, K-pop became more accessible for Westerners and became easier for Korean companies to come here and flex on our entire fucking music industry. Y'all heard of BTS? Well, if you haven't, you're clearly not part of the BTS army like me and Raza are.
Raza and I, but
Raza and I are.
fam.
Yeah. It's like he knows what I'm gonna say or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's kind of evident how far K-pop has come, because bands like BTS are now appearing more and more in the Western charts. BTS alone has made some record-breaking feats, winning awards at award show like the Billboard Awards and the American Music Awards, and also appearing #1 on the Billboard 200 for Love Yourself, girl.
Clearly, I mean very clearly, K-pop has made a stamp in the music industry as a whole, because now your faves are probably writing for K-pop artists and making bank because the music styles are pretty similar. And I mean, look at how much international genres are influencing the market as it is, aka Bad Bunny.
Till then, K-pop is taking over the world, one sexy synchronized dance at a time. Do you know what it's like to be a K-pop artist? Find out next time on How is K-pop doing? And then the title plays, and then some 90s music plays in the background, and then credits roll, and then
You just take the zoom in. See right here, we're doing the 90s thing.
no, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Well, no, we're not.
Yeah, this is
No,
edit that in.
No, we're
I'm fast as fuck, boy.